So I think a lot of this composition success for KT needs to be on keeping a lead and keeping control over the game. Nongshim's comp is the better comp, air quotes, in terms of synergy. Like, it all works together well. It's all S tier.
Gonna count the crab.
If this was a Shen game, it would be such a quintessential Nongshim. Oh boy.
Alex gonna get flashed on here. There's the Flag and Dragon. First blood goes to Cuz. And that was level 4, so a total lie, but it was a little bit after that.
It's like there's just not anything Calyx can do. And because he trades with his health so aggressively and so favorably, Calyx can't like ult in, so there's just no way they can get this dragon. Not even going to be able to show up to it. The lane swap made that pretty apparent. They weren't really intending to do that anyways. I think they know at this point in time where they're at their weakest. But yeah, pretty rough start here for the lanes for Nongshim, and see if they can fight for grubs.
We'll just go from there.
And this is now, yeah, grub fight here, potentially.
One of them does go over. Lehen's already taking a little bit of damage here. Is the Deadly Flourish not exactly deadly, but Gideon should still be able to get 2 of these to even out the trade of objectives thus far in this game. First Blood, of course, already going over to KT, so they do have that little advantage there. And the gold isn't exactly nothing in a 1,000 gold lead here for KT. Still, Nongshim absolutely fine, and do want to hit level 6. As there's the Between Worlds, and now it's Perfect that has to try and dodge out of the way of everything, and we'll be able to, oh, never mind. Won't be able to do so.
Yeah, didn't have his equalizer back yet.
Equalizer.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah.
We're going to check this one out from Kingan's perspective, though, avoiding the harpoon. Doesn't avoid that one, but it is just pretty comfortable here.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at it. And yeah, it's the weirding and pullback.
Yep.
And it works out.
What they have just in the straight up 4v4 here, it is enough. They're very cautious. They want to try to perhaps catch or bait Calyx into a bad situation here first.
He's going to find the taunt onto BDD, though, and there's the flash in from Gideon. BDD flashing away. Let's see whether he can keep himself alive. As Nongshim looking to catch up to him, and he gets interrupted. The bullets were flying through. There was no way he was making it out of that one. So Nongshim, good little pick off here and another kill. And potentially get some skirmishes to work out. As the equalizer will go down just to clear out the wave.
Cannon.
Oh dear. Well, he is going to be able to turn down the cannon. The weeding does come through, but they've held the wave. Between Worlds comes on down, and down goes the Rumble as well. It's all too easy here.
Yeah, there's just too many members there, even though he kills the wave.
All right, it's KT's turn. Let's see whether Calyx will be able to survive this one. There's the Pulverize. He's pretty tanky, but BDD does a fair bit of damage. There's the Unbreakable Will, and Peter will flash away to make sure that that one does work out. As, okay, Gio going to call the curtains, and Docdom is just going to take some pot shots, unable to get past the minion there.
That was very funny. Position for team fights in these scenarios, and like the Grubs, I think KT probably just have to opt out.
I mean, there's no Cyclone, no Between Worlds, and no Curtain Call, so it could have theoretically been an opportunity, but without Cataclysm and without Cuz, most importantly, still Nongshim moving over. They get the Aurora here first. BDD on the angle. Can actually get himself in there with a Realm Warp, but his health bar isn't exactly the highest. As Kingan finds an angle towards Cuz. He might be able to get in and make this one a 50-50 as the Equalizer comes down much better this time as the Aurora is just picked off and Gio is frontlining for some reason. There is the soul point, but they take down Docdom. But the real carry is BDD, and he's doing so much work. Gideon is going to get slammed down by the Cataclysm, and KT finding themselves a team fight win. An aggressive flash will get a response out of Calyx the same way, and Lehen's just running for the hills.
There's just no confidence with the play of Nongshim here in this, and KT just sees the opportunity. They're like, okay, well, we're going to strike first. And it was just a really great call there. They end up getting the dragon as well. Perfect stands on top of it with his Q running, and Cuz is like, all right, we can time this together, get the secure, take the dragon out, get that insta-kill as well at the beginning of the fight. And goodbye Kingan, goodbye Dragon. And now Soul Point is KT Rollsters here.
Compositions as well, right? You don't necessarily have the same DPS. But that Archon was not going down quickly. They did not want to risk it. As all right, Between Worlds there for Kingan, but the Pulverize is going to protect Docdom this time. Peter now just standing in front. Equalizes relatively good, but Docdom gets stunned up. The barrier shouldn't be enough. Gideon still going to melt, but it is a 2-for-1, 3-for-1 trade, and Nongshim back in the game.
King is tired of waiting, man. He's going to make something happen in this game. He tried to do it on the last Dragon fight. Does it here. Cuz on the wraparound looking for a potential steal here with BDD. Where they could actually turn this into a fight. Like, this absolutely could be a disaster here for Nongshim if they don't play it well.
I mean, it's 2 versus 4. Surely not.
They know. Kingen is 100% aware.
Yeah, Kingen is just going to bounce over. And Cuz has just backed away, I'm pretty sure. I mean, we don't have vision. Nongshim, they think that they have an idea. There's the flag. Pings are going to come on through there for Nongshim, but down to 2,000. There it is. The Otacon will be secured.
My God.
That was, okay, still trying to go for it here as Lahens will get taken down. Cuz holding them in the Cataclysm. Another knocker.
What the hell is
this guy's Jarvan is insane.
What the hell was that, Cuz? Man, that second flag almost gave me a heart attack. My God. This was a really decisive fight for Nongshim. Very smartly played by.
And now they just get another one as Gideon is dead.
Cuz, by the way,
this is the new way to use Otacon.
Yeah, so Cuz had Cleaver for that last fight. Like, he was on 2 items because he has, he had 4 kills.
BDD and Cuz had it just hard committed. Maybe they could have found it, as Cuz is going to be able to take his red buff, but now Gideon looking to try and find some revenge, and Cuz will get shut down. Massive amounts of money over to Gideon. It's Cuz turns those 2 cloth armors into a GA. Man, he was sitting on an entire bank.
Yeah.
To try and get himself out of here.
Alex handled that situation really well.
He did.
Nongshim kind of split now, though. Cuz looking for the angle.
Yep, Deadly Flourish going to connect there onto Peter, but he just holds on. There's the Cataclysm, and boom goes the Jhin. I didn't even get to number 4 there at all, as the Realm Warp is going to deliver BDD. Out he goes, but they've got enough DPS still here. And yeah, he didn't go far enough. Gideon going to get taken down by the Rise on his way back through, and KT should be able to lock up the Elder.
Yeah, and with the Elder, probably just the game, because it's Elder Infernal Soul, and they could just... like, Duckdom will actually just kill them with like 2 Qs. They can go get Baron as well.
And even if the push doesn't end the game, they'll have so much money that it should just be a done deal anyway. I am still kind of blown away by the use of the Otacon there.
Yeah.
And of course, it's not something that's very replicatable. Like, you know how, like, I don't know, you're watching a TFT tournament, for example, and you're like, I just want to do that build. But often it's based on the augments that you get, the items that you get. You can't hard force every time. So this does require a 4-0 Jarvan. But if you ever get into that spot, you just allow Otacon to tank them for a while and then kill them all, I guess. And use it as a bait strategy to lock down Soul.
How bad of a game 2/3 does Cuz have to not get palm? Like, I don't know. I think he's already got it locked up.
We were saying that yesterday as well, but Showmaker still got it. So I have no idea what is necessary to get a game 1 performance POM.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's already got it for me. Like, I think he gets it even if Nongshim wins the series.
Oh, wait, actually, junglers can do it, can't they? Because Lucid managed to do it from the Xin Zhao game. So maybe there's hope. Realm Warp,
cowardly Realm Warp.
Get them to the bottom side of the map. They've got some minions here as well that they get to bring with them. Yes, there's 3 less people here with me, but I'm worth about 7, I guess.
I mean, that ult from Lahens bought a few seconds off the Elder, and that's what they're looking for. Redemption.
There's still 30 more of those, as in goes Peter looking for an angle. The Equalizer will just zone them away from this turret because he doesn't care about that. Cataclysm comes down, the Dragon eats the Poppy. The Alistair will go down, but there's a GA on this Jarvan, and BDD is just launching fireballs at Nongshim. And it will be perfect. It locks down the kill onto the Galio. Doctom taking a couple of pot shots, but BDD, he's happy to tank this one up. Doctom not so much, but that is the last shot. And down they will go. All of the Dragons are just attacking Nongshim here as BDD goes golden even to make sure that he isn't going to die. And the Nexus will follow suit. KT, an absolute shellacking in the end there. Nongshim kept it interesting. But after that Otacon play from Cuz, it was all over.
If Nongshim use their combo and it doesn't work out, or they have to use it on the front line for any reason, then like the turn from KT is actually bonkers insane. Like, they can actually turn and engage on you so hard, and really it doesn't even have to be onto the 80 carry. AP bans have been drawn out towards Duckdom because that's one of those matchups where, same with the Nico pick that Peter keeps getting his hands on, that teams are banning away from him now because KT will just win lane, force a swap, then put Perfect on the 1v2 on the island. Which is why Perfect often dies, and we've seen so many games where Perfect goes like 0-3 because he's just constantly weak siding and being dove repeatedly.
With 50% of his health bar missing.
Here comes Gideon, level 6.
Yeah, there's the paranoia. The flash out, and Lehen's not quite in range here, but the fear is still going to come on through. And the Bramble Smash from Lehen's max range is going to be able to lock down first blood.
Here is just going to come over and start taking out these Scrubs, sub-half health, I should say, much less than half.
Well, Gideon is a little bit alone and doesn't have ulti or anything like that, but Lehen's is level 6. That is actually a big deal. Peter only level 5. As the nature is grasping, looking for Cuz here, who does get snared up. Now Perfect on an angle here, but he's going lower and lower as Peter is dashing out of the fight. BDD pretty healthy, but I just don't know whether the Annie is going to be enough as Cuz gets into that backline and he just dies. Gideon going to follow suit as now Lehen's being so frustrating. That Bramble Smash hitting 3 is gigantic. And the Boomerang Blade is just going to straight up miss. Still, the Grubs will go over to Nongshim, or at least the last one. KT securing 2. As Lehen's moving in, BDD
that was
just
scary.
Going to clear this one out.
Very, very wise choice to try to deny, but the value on this Maokai just so insanely high for Lehen's in that fight.
And, I mean, something has to be said for KT not allowing Peter to hit that level 6 before things happen, as Kingen going for some needlework here, trying to kite is Docked Arm, but you can't really kite it out against this paranoia. As another Fear Tether comes in. Great defense being played by Peter, though, as Cuz making his way down. Doesn't have the flash to get in range of this Wind Becomes Lightning. Let's see whether he can land it. There he goes. Another knock-up from Peter. Oh, man, we thought that Cuz has locked down that POM. Maybe it's Peter in the end.
A little bit down on CS, but it's a pretty hefty lead with that kill that also went over for Calyx in the topside fight. Yep, bit of a skirmish.
Yep, in goes Peter once again. They get the double knock-up on to this Maokai. Is Gio going to be the target now? Wind Becomes Lightning, their health bars getting lower and lower as he's delivered a Nocturne here to them, as Peter is just going to cleanse things out in looking for even more as BDD rushing towards his bottom lane as Docked Arm, oh man, they're all on a silver platter, picks up the double, and it should be the triple here if he can find it, and there it is. They should turn it into a Drake at the same time, and KT starting this snowball early.
This is the exact type of fight I was talking about when we talked about King.
Oh god, it's a solo kill for Perfect.
And BD's got a stun prepped here. Calyx got to be careful.
Oh man, can they make it the trifecta every single lane? They can! As down will go, well, down will go his flash at least, but the slow's gonna come in. There's the Pyroblast. Just an incinerate.
AT firing on all cylinders here.
Every lane.
Every single lane. And that bottom fight was the Kai'Sa, picked instead of the Xayah with the turn that I talked about, because it's just so simple. When they use all of their combo, they try to go in, and then you're like, okay, you're out of buttons. It's my turn now. And just super ahead.
Yeah, might have also even been a case where he didn't need to flash. He just wanted to make sure that he was as safe as possible as another Paranoid comes in. The 3-man Shockwave is beautiful this time, and they will be able to take down Cuz, and there goes Docked Arm. What an absolute slaughter here by Nongshim. And this is what the comp's supposed to do.
There you go.
If you see, there are no more R buttons left for Nongshim. So what happened was, KT walked up.
Cannot mess this up, and they did not. When they had that huge angle, Gio is isolated.
Yeah, well, he's just going to get quickness, popped up into the sky 16 times, and the Void Seeker will kill him. There was no way out of that, and I'm not entirely sure what the plan was. Now Lehen's is going to be the one caught out of position. Gideon spell shields the stun, but he doesn't spell shield the bear. As BDD is going to be able to get another one. Preps it with that Incinerate. Wind Becomes Lightning there from Cuz as the Shockwave coming through. Doesn't find the same value this time, as Nongshim are all split up. Lehen's did manage to get out of the way of Perfect, which is kind of crazy, but there is the killer instinct from Docked Arm, and they are angry about what happened before. A bit of an awkward spot there for Docked Arm now in between the turrets, and Kingen, he's just going to say, well, I've got my teleport, but I don't think I'm helping anything here, and finally Perfect locks down the kill onto the tree.
Out of position, I'm just going to side lane, I don't know. Kind of done with this series. He had TP, but he was certainly not going to press it. And that's just... We saw one example of exactly how this comp can work, and then they're completely split a moment later. I don't know what that was.
We're going to go subpar. That's what we're going to look at there. As a teleport in here from Perfect, looking for the flank angle as Cuz makes his way in first. This Dragon down very low as there's the Paranoia out. Cuz gets into the pit though and just steals it away. The flash out as well. It's highway robbery here by KT. But can Nongshim punish? That's the question, and the answer's looking a little bit like no, as the bear is picked up by the shockwave, but Perfect dives into the backline. There's no follow-up here as Dom, his killer instinct comes in, and it's working out real well. Can KT actually lock down any kills? So that's the question, because this time there is a Gwen here, and the ricochets are starting to hurt. The tree is going to burn down as Cuz goes in yet again. The Void Seeker comes down. Chiu oversteps one more time, but Kingen does, never mind, he does as well. And Perfect has shields for years, and that's an ace.
So close for Nongshim there. Kingen trying to get it done. He's not happy, you can tell he's got a smile on his face, but it's a bit sheepish in the player cam, and Nongshim are routed once again, and it starts to feel like this series is going to be a 2-0, and Nongshim's chances of winning.
Looking anxious as usual. That is just kind of how you wake up as, okay, in goes Peter, who'll find some quickness value as he tries to get himself out. Calyx going to be the first one to go down, but the Annie will follow suit. But now it's Perfect's time to shine. Dom set up for Lahen's going to be the next one. It's a triple once again for the man wielding the Uzi skin, and the ace comes on through. KT, I think they're starting to get a little too far ahead.
Yeah, KT looking really clean in this game, and KT fans.
Oh, he's 11-2.
Yeah, no, he's big. KT fans, no E-words or anything like that, but it is kind of at the height of summer. It is at the end of the season. We saw this right before Road to MSI. We're like, man, this team is good. They beat T1 in the telecom war. This team is suddenly actually looking like a threat.
Guys, it's great.
All right, one more fight, Nongshim. One more combo. That's all you got. Your last chance to win a series in Legend Group.
Yep,
one more chance.
And Gideon, he's gonna need to win this Smite fight, but the Gwen is dead already as Lahen's caught on the back end of the fight. Perfect will be able to lock him down, and he's got a Kai'Sa in his back pocket as well. As, yeah, Nongshim, they are not going to be contesting this one. So even if they do survive this team fight, as the Void Seeker is going to connect one more time?
Can he get it?
Magnetized?
Can he get it?
Another one will land, but this time it's spell shielded. Playing with our hearts here.
I mean, after what happened to Calyx earlier too, man, Dom just can't miss today.
Yeah, it's a very large Kai'Sa. Who now has that Nationals done. He's an entire item ahead of Gio right now. As, all right, Paranoia is going to come on through as BDD just flashes over the wall into the waiting arms of Kingen. But a bear is going to be dropped on his head. The quickness holds them all in position. And of course, Dom is ready to murder everyone. It should be a triple as he's going to flash over towards Calyx, but he makes it to the brush. Gio is now facing off against so many people, and he will just die as KT think that this is set up for a Baron. And honestly, who's going to fault him?
Nah, it's a freebie. Man, like...
15-2-4.
Watching KT team fight this, and necessarily in this draft, because they're hoping to win fights instantly with the combo, but the wave clear doesn't matter when you're this far behind.
Nope.
You're not playing through sides because your Gwen is 2-5. And yeah, it's unfortunately for Gio, he's not set up for success in this one. As in a late game team fight like what we just saw, if it's a closer fight, you certainly can get more done, but they are just not close fights.
Certainly not when Dom's involved, as this guy is pretty gigantic. Still, Peter does need to be careful, as these Beyblades do hurt.
Yeah, and there's a Baron here. This is the first inhib down. Top is prepped. They could just rotate over towards it. KT playing it safe. Not going to look for a dive here. They have all of their ults available. If Nongshim go in, they just counter-engage, and they're just going to sit behind these Baroned-up minions and say, I dare you.
Yeah, and it's a 14,000 gold lead. Like, this game is so close to just over as they do take down the Annie again. But once more, in goes Peter. Out he goes as well as Dom is just destroying them. Uses the Zhonya's, keep himself alive. As, yep, he is tanking up the turret, almost dies, but he is just a little bit too rich to go down right here. As Calyx is just going to have to watch as his Nexus explodes for the second time, and KT making short work of Nongshim here today.
All of this comp for Bro is don't fall behind early, team fight at every opportunity, and always hold control of the Dragons and try to take fights using the Dragon to pull DRX in.
One of these grubs won't have that available for the next one, though, as Croco will be able to secure that, and then just runs away. So Sponge coming back in, should be able to lock in the last one.
There's an error, like in my mind, like I'm getting this vibe, like that there are no tempo vibes actually. Like there's actually zero.
It's a stalemate.
You know what I mean? Like it's like actually there are exactly zero tempo vibes in this game, and I think the players know it. Like
sync, you know, they're like exactly the same rhythm. You can't. Oh well, there's a flash in from Morgan, looking for the solo bolo, and there it is. There's your tempo vibes.
All right, Morgan got it done. First blood.
And yeah, who's going to deny 50 gold this time around? The Bros going to take a late dragon here.
Yeah,
been up for 5 minutes time.
It's in part due to the fact that they were able to get that kill bottom side and then get control of that lane. Here now, he has no TP. This is such a long con play from Croco, but this is going to work out.
He is being very patient as they just wait for him to put down the circle. More needlework is in there, and there is the Grand Starfall as well. Cataclysm comes down, and Morgan just dies. Croco going to have to drag the flag out of there. Back there for Morgan, does give him information.
Now they get the next wave.
There is a sponge in the area. Yeah. This one's moving forward. There's the public execution. Let's see whether Morgan can survive. He flashes, but he gets stunned up, and the quickness comes in, and Morgan will survive. The shockwave is there, and the Bros answer back. These are two very brawly compositions as well. I feel like fights will go for a while.
That's true.
Although I guess shockwave does mean that, like, if you do land a big one, then likely people are going to die very, very quickly still.
For DRX, you're hoping
if that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
If that doesn't happen, then they could be fighting just for a really long time. Rift Herald is just going to be taken here by DRX.
Is that Ocean Drake and not something like a Hextech or an Infernal or even Mountain? And they're going to get that charge here in the mid lane and look for the turret take, and they will get it. So I think DRX in a pretty nice position right now. Sure, the gold is basically still dead even, and the game is very close, but DRX feeling comfortable right now as Yeho for the flash.
Yep, flash bear is going to come on in. There is the stun as in goes Polu yet again and finds the quickness to save his mid laner. This guy is actually just an ambulance, man.
Yeah, has his Mikhails at the ready, and he is fixing problems everywhere right now.
Yep. This is like a hyper-speed paramedic. It's just getting around. Nice double knock-up here as make it a triple. I guess a quadra. As now Hype making his way forward. Finds a lot of damage onto Yahoo. Yeah, there's no saving him this time around. Another knock-up comes through as Croco continuing the aggression. Hype, what was that flash? That was absolute insanity. But it might actually work out here as the culling is not going to land. The flag drops. And so does the Braum. Going to be feats of warfare over to the Bros. Next objective gets feats of strength.
Absolutely. Bit of a trade there. Rich is going to be able to get this turret because Morgan TP'd down. Third dragon is going to spawn. They're going to go ahead and take this turret out. Rich getting a lot of money. Got that top turret, gets this one as well. So he's still behind in the direct matchup, but this Gwen is hitting turrets, which is where you want to be. And DRX, again, full control over this objective. Flanks could be a problem.
Yeah, Croco on a great angle here. Andil puts up the door. They can't wait for that one to wear off, though, as he puts them in the Cataclysm and leaves them there. Let's see whether this is actually going to work out, though, as Hype is free hitting. And there's a public execution, the Shockwave, the Ambessa Oriana combo. That is so sick from the Bros, as Yahoo's going to go down. That's a triple for the Corki. And that's what he was doing when he was flashing into melee range. He was sending a message that he's going to pop off this game. 5-0-2 on the Corki.
Yeah, we've all seen the Otacon take. We've seen the Otacon with Drake. Paulu's trying to...
Yeah, what about the Otakagen?
Yeah, the double.
The good old Otakagen. This is something from ancient times.
I mean, this is going to be the feats of strength that you talked about for the objective.
We've seen Pantheon do just some ridiculous things here in the LCK. But Sponge isn't quite having that day just yet. He's not too far behind or anything like that. In fact, no one really is. It's only a 2.5k gold lead here at 24 minutes. Not the end of the world.
Yeah, this ain't Legend Group. This game could get crazy real quick.
But we do know that Bro have the tempo vibes. That is absolutely true. Polu going to get stunned up here as the culling going to come on through. The battle dance gets Polu well and truly out of there, though, as teleport comes in, and I'm not sure whether that's where Yahoo wants to be. He brought his bear, but his bear is just going to die in Hype. Stands his ground, still 1,000 gold. Goes over to the Pantheon, but Teddy is too far up, and so is Rich. And Morgan just puts him in the ground.
Just a really uncoordinated fight here from DRX, and you know, we said the gold lead was relatively small. It was only 2,000, but a near clean ace there.
Point available for them as well.
I think the shutdown gold went over to Sponge as well.
It did.
So that's like
So I was talking about the Pantheon not really finding advantages. He's now the only one with an advantage.
That's really not.
That's a cost of something that just happened there. There's a beautiful knock-up from Paulo. Puts him in the Cataclysm yet again as Croco, as Sponge is just dead. And now Flag and Drag gets Croco towards Yahoo. Will get knocked up by that grand entrance from Paulo, and now he's slowed down and has nowhere to go. High Valkyrie's in, takes down the Annie. And man, this is just business as usual for the Bros as they are dominating in this game.
I guess the fear was they were just going to do Baron on spawn because they have a ton of damage. 3-item Corki here. So Oriana's, going to do a decent amount of damage just sitting on a Baron.
2-0-10 for closer. 1-0-13 for this Jarvan.
Teddy only needs one more kill to hit his milestone. He might not hit it in game 1.
What is it with the Jarvan performances today? It's absolutely ridiculous. Junglers with names starting with C, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty good at Jarvan. Which I don't think that it correlates very much. But the flag comes in, spots out Sponge. This is for Ocean Soul. As Rich, the first one to dive in. The Grand Starfall comes down, but Croco says, that's my dragon. Paulo is just going to quickness them all up, and Croco going to be able to put Rich into the Cataclysm, finds the flag and dragon. Morgan gets the follow-up. They take down the Braum. Teddy is still standing, but he's in melee range with an Ambessa, who just dashes forward, takes him down, and it is destruction here. A clean ace and the Ocean Soul here for the Bros.
If it's a fairly even game state, or your Annie is giga-fed, I suppose you can look for a flank like that, but this is just not that type of game. You've got to just front to back. You've got to just play for stun whoever you can get and hope Teddy can do the damage. He's 3,200 gold behind now in this game, and it is just watching the Nexus explode is all that DRX can do now.
Yeah, the Bros really making short work of them. Things were close until they absolutely were not. As there's the last-ditch effort here for DRX, but it is not going to be enough. The Nexus turrets, the first to fall as Sponge's health bar just evaporates. He has to limp his way out of there. Rich, not going to be so lucky as Teddy gets hit by one attack dissonance and just dies pretty much. The Nexus is going to follow suit, worth the same as a Tibbers, as we know. And the Bros get themselves up 1-0 in this series. You can get that completely negated.
There's a lot of ifs to catching this Zeri, though. I like the Zeri because of the power in the 2v2 lane. There's the level 6 all-in. It's one of the best shows I've seen in a while. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, man, okay.
And it got all the memes, so you got to stay up to date on the memes, and it's all in there.
That is actually very important. I need to do that. I'm not very good at staying up to date on the memes.
He's down a lot of farm. This is a really it's a matchup where you don't get prio. You're not supposed to lose this hard. He is losing very hard.
Yeah, so he's down 1 level, right? It looked like 2 levels because the numbers were too different, but does just level up now. DRX are able to take 2 of the grubs away, is now Closer. Pops the ulti, is going to look for a reset here as Andal going down low, but Closer can't quite find that one. Nice charm. Connects onto Sponge as the Solar Flare comes on through, but Croco, he's going to be the first to go down, and it's Teddy that locks in the kill. Now Hype is looking to punish him. Extendo Beam not going to connect. There's a heroic entrance as Hype just goes bananas and dies. And that is a great team fight for DRX after they are able to lock down all 3 grubs. We are 1 away from everything for DRX as far as the feats of strength are concerned, as Croco wanted to come towards his top side and take down Rich. No flash available. Cease and desist is going to be there and will be used to try and get rid of him. And yeah, Rich has no options. He's just really dead.
Rich was like, I went into the shop, I clicked the filter for magic resistance and bought the items, and now I'm playing the game.
I'm pretty sure. Can we call the Winds of War with this skin Wings of War?
Ooh, I like that. I don't think they should. It's a race for first turret, by the way, that DRX are going to win.
Yep, they also then managed to secure feats of strength.
Yeah,
so
and it denies Closer some farm as well. And they can actually slow play this. They should not fight now. Just take turret and walk away. I mean, I think they're onto something in this one, Atlas. They're going to get this Herald for free, surely.
Well,
surely.
Croco is hex gating. So they're not going to be getting this Rift Herald, but can there be a team fight found here for the Bros as Croco gets in behind? Morgan going to be the first to go down, though, and he doesn't really get to do anything at all. Voltbreaker gets Croco kind of out of there, but Sponge is there to finish him off.
He's got 3 grubs, and that's a dead turret. It's just dead. There's no stopping this turret from going down. It's a full wave with cannon. and he is just going to take it out. So
able to find him here, needs to Volt Break to get himself back into the fog of war.
And they just burst this dragon down.
All right, Croco gets into the back of the pit here. Let's see whether the bros can actually coordinate as Sponge. Finding him, and now the burst could come in, but they're holding on to the dragon. Will we see an equalizer? Yes, we will. This time it's doing a lot of damage. Teddy just walks forward, though. The heroic entrance to come on down. The knock-up connects as they're looking to burst the Drake, and there is the soul point, as now the bros need to try and find an angle. A big taunt from Rich, but now Hype, can he actually find it? Flashes out of the Emperor's Divide, but unfortunately, you cannot flash the Beyblades, as Teddy just raises him up, as Morgan is going to be taken down here as well. And raises him up. Not like, that's not lifting him up, it's like hitting him with raises.
Yeah.
That's what I meant, but it didn't really
He got raised.
very well. As Rich is going to throw buckets at Morgan eventually. And there is the last kill. It is going to be the turret taken down there as well by Teddy. Starting the Otacon in the Rise group should be making everyone nervous, but they are very far ahead. So maybe we should not be nervous. Should we be nervous? Maybe. Okay, Charm misses. Less nervous. Maybe more nervous.
A little nervous. I'm a little nervous.
Morgan has the equalizer. He can stop the retreat as Polo just throws an anchor to Nani as Closer gets closed in on and will get taken out. The Vi is dead as well, and Hype thrown into the meat grinder. And down he will go. And yeah, the nerves not quite there anymore, as DRX have only lost one throughout this entire game. And it was a Rich who did not care about it at all.
No. And in this case, it's Yahoo who does the massive damage. And Teddy was sitting super far back. He was really safely positioned there. The equalizer positioning was amazing for Morgan, but it was just too little, too late on that fight. And DRX, at 20 minutes into the game, are practically able to break open the base. They're going to get this inner turret, like using it to deny minions.
And they have all of the tempo in this game, so they get to dictate when these fights happen. Another hook finds the air. As we know, for anchors, it's not how it's supposed to work. You were practicing for the bias and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Obviously that happened.
Okay, one more fight for Bro. Good luck.
This so they do have to try and contest this. Let's see whether Croco can steal it away. They can see the health bar. And the equalizer goes down as it's a steal. Okay, there's something for Croco. Andil going to be taken down low. The heroic entrance just defensively to save the Leona. And Bro, get out.
Just going to do this Baron now. And there is no vision here. Bro looking for another miracle steal, but there is just too much in the way.
Looking for a bit of a turn here as the Baron down to 6,000. Polo looking to make his way in. The equalizer does calm down. That's the explosion on this Leona. They've taken one down, but the Baron does go over to DRX. There's the flash out from the Lord, though. Flash out from Teddy keeps him safe. Rich is diving on top of him. But it's not really going to help out. Bro, can they find the angle? That is a great charm to connect the extendo beam. Not doing too much, though. And Hype doesn't even really have an opportunity to press the ultimate button. They're taking Hex Gates while Polu's going in. Get Polu back in comms, Bro.
Yeah, that was... I'm actually kind of like... I was really scared for a second because Hype has ult flash.
Oh, dear.
I just think it was not communicated there what they wanted to do at the end of the fight. That's the kind of thing that you just kind of have to know. You know, you don't say it out loud necessarily, but Polu, well, on the same page as everybody else, and DRX, the miracle fight, they avoid it. They do not get punished. They get the Baron, and they're now pushing to break open the base.
Yep, it's going to crest 10,000 gold pretty quickly here, as DRX will be able to take this one down. That is a very nice solar flare. As Closer, he's able to at least limp his way away with the Spirit Rush, but that is now not going to be able to be used offensively. And Rich just lumbers over towards this mid inhibitor and will be able to help bonk that one down with the help of his team.
They have the third wave in the top lane coming in as well, so they can just triple inhib off of this, not take any unnecessary risks. Play-in's on the line.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been joking about our Preds, but for these two teams, this is everything. The rest of your year, opened up or closed. DRX playing this very, very carefully. And they will actually back out of the base.
Yeah, Hextech Soul with Sivir. That's going to be a thing. Not to mention the Azir as well, who will be just dishing out so much damage. That's why I'm looking forward to being a dad, so I get to run baths all the time.
Yeah.
That's going to be the best part of it. Get so much of the water going down the pipe. Anyway.
All right, so now we got 6 super minions about to crash. They're not synced up here, but I mean, Sivir can just kind of throw Q's out.
All right, well, we're ceased and desisted, and Croco's dead. The rest of the bros, they will get redeemed momentarily, but I don't know whether it's much redemption of anything at all.
Human Nexus, you go into the fountain, you die.
Yeah, Polo goes in as well, and he does also die, Wolf. As it turns out, you're right on multiple fronts. As now Hype doing his very best to keep himself alive, but oh my god, that is not going to happen, not in this game, as DRX just roll over the top, and the bros deliver on their promise. I kind of love this, though. It gives you that very easy, I'm going to press the R button. We did recently see it lose pretty horrifically in our first series today.
Hands, yeah.
But we'll see whether Polo can find some redemption for the tree.
What defeats of strength. And the Grubs, arguably more value, I would say, especially considering the side lane win cons we talked about.
Then it kind of does nullify it. And this Yorick in a side lane could be problematic. Hype is now a very long way away. The flash comes in as Andil looking to hold Hype in position. He's just trying to walk his way out, but he cannot do it. As now we've got Sponge over here perfectly catching Closer on the Realm Warp. Good for the bros.
The grub here, by the way, was pinged several times, I think by Rich. There was a bunch of question mark pings on it. They did not secure the last grub, so now Sponge will eventually come over here when he has a little bit of extra free time to secure that. So it's not a 3 grub for Bro, just 2 that get picked up by them.
It's going to be a little bit difficult for DRX to fight for the next dragon now, perhaps.
No flash, by the way. He might just die here to Wukong ult.
Yep. The Cyclone is going to come in, and Wolf, you may have been onto something, as he is going to go down once again for DRX.
It's not an issue that Hype is behind, per se. It's just an issue that Teddy's ahead, if you know what I mean. And Morgan may no longer be ahead.
Yeah, Morgan is not looking to be too far ahead. And in fact, he is dead.
Sponge is just like, this is my game now.
Too, as Rich still had his up and available. And DRX now looking for even more. Croco is going to come in. They will take a plate. And that looks to be all they're going to be able to collect, as Rich has to flash out of the way of Croco, who is just going to eat him. All right, this Trundle is a monster. He's going to take a bite out of Sponge as well and says, you can live. Oh, Closer is just going to walk up, though. Let's see whether the bros can actually find an inroad, as Polo, level 7, will be able to throw down the ulti, finds the snare onto Sponge, who's taking a fair bit of damage. Warrior Trixie gets him out of there. It is Croco locking up this dragon, but he has to, oh, okay, just eats the monkey. And now Teddy dives on forward. It is going to be a Chemtech Soulless. Hype wants to get this damage down close. It kills Teddy, just flash executes him. And there is the keeper's verdict, but the verdict is in. You are dead. Andil, there is nothing you can do about that, as we have a bit of Biffo in the top lane, but that was very comical in the end.
Oh.
As all right, DRX are looking to take down this Rift Herald. It will be secured, as now Croco going to just walk on up, but he's a little late to this party, as they're guarding the eye. DRX haven't been able to lock that one down just yet.
Except slightly. Not going to commit. And actually now going to go for the turret with more reason.
Yeah, what are we doing here? We're not allowed to be here! Oh god, Closer just takes him down. That is going to be first turret going over to the bros as well. As Rich in this bottom lane, we're going to check it out with the teleport.
That's always a big indicator of who's going to win. Sponge here looking for Closer.
Yeah, he's going to get dove on as Polo just a little late to the party. The Realm Warp not going to work out. The Bramble Smash looked kind of cool. Kennel placement, great. But unfortunately, the tree is still dead. And the vibes,
just like that, Atlas.
Yep.
It is.
Well, Croco is trying to eat a Poppy. And that's Poppy says goodbye.
And that's another reason not to pick Poppy there.
Well, I mean, did disengage relatively well. Teddy going to be able to lock down this turret at the same time.
I'm just making every reason.
Closer looking for Yeho on an angle, and the bros have so much vision control. It is absolutely insane. There is still a ward in here, but Sponge, can you win this 50-50? His keeper's verdict is in, and the verdict is goodbye, Mr. Trundle. And now we got a Rune Prison. The curtains have been called, and this monkey is not long for the world. Down he will go, does get a fair bit of work done. But the sacrifice is Monkey for Dragon.
Kind of can pull this off. There is a TP for Rich, but the DRX need to come over there like ASAP. Like, where do you think they went, Teddy? Yeah, they're up there doing Otacons.
They are going to spot him, as Teddy does find out, but that is just information that it is going to go down that they would have got anyway. And Morgan looking to defend this, so the Otacon in trade for the Dragon has to come out here from Teddy.
Okay, we're going to see a collapse on Morgan.
Flash in onto Morgan. Can he stick around? Oh my god, gets so much health back. Everyone turns up. as the jump scare comes in. They might be able to just take down this turret. They may need to, as Croco's going to walk in. Puts a kennel on top of Sponge. He's got to fight off to the side as to keep his verdict. Does get rid of the Yorick. And now Rich is just trying to run away. Finally, the Trundle takes down the Monkey, but the flash in from Morgan will get denied by Rich. Andal doesn't have the same level of safety, though.
They're gonna get
Yahoo is chilling out in the top lane.
They're going to get this turret in the top lane. Teddy had a really strong push in mid as well, so it's not like DRX get nothing back, but this is definitely a trade up for Bro, who will also get turrets in exchange during these backs here. They have a huge wave in mid to take the mid turret down. They got Demolish here as well because it's a Yorick pushing this one down. They get the bottom turret, and DRX, they're gold.
Oh, God!
Gone. They're getting another one.
That's going to be an inhibitor turret?
Rich is TPing into mid.
Another inhibitor turret, and he's straight into a baby cage. As the Ghoulie Wall is going to pin him down.
It's like
it's him and Croco, but honestly, I do feel like they're both the kingpins of this one, if you know what I mean. Both of them sitting on 4 and 1 as well.
Yeah, sometimes you can actually have 2 equal bosses.
Yeah, right? It's
usually
like
they're like twin brothers in a video game.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The twin brothers in the video game, man.
Yeah.
If your AD carry is like struggling moving up too far, which Hype is currently maybe doing. No, never mind. There is a Maiden and a Yorick in front of him as another inner turret is going to fall down.
Don't want a side lane? No, just with this comp 5 man available now. We'll get the Demolish here and should be able to take this turret out and escape.
Yeah, Morgan is going to come in, puts Rich in the Ghoulie Wall, as Deadly Flourish not going to quite find the angle here.
Might have been a bit of an error.
Well,
or
there does need to be a teleport to come in, as Croco is just going to walk on over and eat the dragon from 200 health.
What am I watching here? Championship possibilities might be fading before your eyes.
Exactly.
As this is just a dead Baron. They got the ult Apollo to zone him away. There's no way.
They just walk up to the dragon, take the dragon. And then their master plan is walk up to the Baron and take the Baron.
They remove the pendulum. I think they should consider defending it.
They need to break out of this Britnetism, man. As Keeper's Verdict is going to get rid of the Yorick, and now Closer goes golden. Can they buy enough time? That's the question. As the nature is grasping, but perhaps it is grasping at straws. As Rich goes golden, he gets punched back though. Polu holding them at bay as Rich is flashing, but so is Croco, and he dives in. Give your tribute to the king as he goes down. Morgan flashes away though. Finally, they take down the Yorick. This is an absolute disaster here on both sides, but it's the bros that thrive in moments like this. Hype, you thrive in moments like this, by the way.
Yahoo's going to try to get a back off here so they cannot take out these Nexus turrets. I mean, there is a wave in Baron.
Hang on, just stop the backs. Never mind. Polo is dead. And now it's Hype versus Yahoo.
He gets one Nexus turret and then he's out.
He's already used the Leap Strike. As Closer look, he's just lumbering towards him very slowly. But Hype is just going to follow the minion wave. All right, DRX, you can have a third dragon because we're just going to win the game. Okay, bro. I mean, that's their name for a reason. It's just, okay, bro, just win, I guess. As in goes Rich, taking a fair bit of damage. There's the Keeper's Verdict being channeled, but that is just going to go on a little bit of a cooldown. He's just going to walk on up.
What's a smite steal?
Well, let's see what he can do here. As he just can't. Polu with the Nature's Grasp that Morgan does have trailing after him. The Baron up and available. That is going to be where the battle lines are drawn. There is the Cyclone engage, but Polu finds Teddy. Sponge taking a lot of damage, but Closer is going to be the first to go down. Andal gets a heroic charge, and it is absolute heroism as Hype does find the fadeaway shot onto the jungler, and Croco's alive, but unfortunately, the rest of his team is dead. It's a triple for Rich. My perfect predictions.
Oh, Croco, you said he wasn't gonna die.
Wait, can Croco just walk up and eat the Nexus?
You said he wasn't gonna die.
If he eats the Nexus, they win.
Rich
gets
smote.
Oh, we'll have Leap Strike up again, so they manage to hold down. Oh, he gets to press R, and it's not enough. Teddy locks it down, and then DRX managed to take the Baron.
This game is still on. Like the rest of the.
I mean, the pendulum do be swinging back.
No, it's DRX definitely in control now, but that was a ton of time buy for Croco. And they're going to get Baron, and then they can try to push. This inhibitor is going to respawn shortly.
Beasts of the scaled variety. Because I'm sensing a bit of an elder flip in our future.
Oh, okay, that's what you were. Okay, I got you. I was like, Wukong, is he really like? He's mythical, but like.
Yeah.
I could see the elder flip being decides it all. Yeah, I was kind of leaning towards that.
That would be the perfect bookend,
bro.
To the Fries group.
Bro, absolutely should not just like walk in and try to fight DRX right now. Like, I think they have to just wait out this Baron as best as they can.
Team Redemption comes down, and now the Elder has been started.
Okay, here we go. This is it.
Yeah, bro.
Everything.
Oh, it has to be a 50-50. Come on, junglers, both of you in the pit. Mano-a-mano. As, all right, Yehu is just going to pop like a balloon. The grenade is dancing around the fight, but Closer is going to go down as well. Both mid laners are dead. It's an absolute melee. A bloodbath, but Rich getting in on top of them. The GA's going to work, but Teddy is dead. And Morgan is just smacking them with a shovel. The shovel of the monster. And Sponge is going to be the last man standing, but that monkey is going to be put in the ground, and the bros will do it!
And hype! 10,000 damage in the fight. Who says you can't team fight? It's not Morgan, as they are going to win it. They are going to go to play-ins here, and bro saved the year on an Elder fight in a 45-minute game to close out the 5th and final Game 3 between these two teams. Bro have done it.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.